Hey everybody, it's time for That's Weird Stuff, our show where I share a bizarre and weird story to these guys, and then I ask them the all important question. Um, so let's get started with this week. It's another classic one, I think. And it goes like this. So Nikola Tesla was born in 1856. Among the Serbian American inventor's ideas were alternating current, wireless communication, and bladeless turbine. Oh, in the bladeless turbine, I should say. In 1899, Tesla moved his experiments to a low air pressure setting of Colorado Springs, where he began experimenting with radio telegraphy. It was during these experiments that Tesla observed unusual signals through his receiver that he referred to as hearing intelligently controlled signals. In 1927, a civil engineer named Jorgen Hals observed long delayed echoes in Oslo, Norway, a radio signal echo that was heard longer intervals than the 1/7 seconds heard on Earth. In 1954, a researcher told an American newspaper that the U.S. Air Force had reported 2 satellites orbiting Earth before any nation had the capability of launching satellites. In 1963, astronaut Gordon Cooper reported seeing a UFO in orbit during the Mercury 9 mission and was confirmed by a tracking station. And finally, in 1988, during the STS-88 mission, the mission took the only known photograph of what has become known as the Black Knight Satellite. So we have that photograph right here. Experts would dismiss these stories as rumors of the satellite and explain that observations they're separate neutral phenomenon, so they don't link these stories together. However, believers say that the satellite has been in polar orbit near the Earth's moon and could be 13,000 years old. Another strange fact about this story is no one knows where the name Black Knight Satellite comes from. So I will ask you the questions, guys. Aliens or not? Michael, go ahead.
I was muted. Starting with me.
We'll never know.
Yeah, we got to start with you.
Well, that kind of looks like an inflatable killer whale, like toy you'd put in a pool. But I don't know how it got into space or why it's setting off signals. You kept saying the word. You what?
You need to watch Star Trek 4. You'll figure out why they got the whales in the space.
The whales. I do know there's a whale space thing in Star Trek, but there's also in Doctor Who, they take the countries and they put them on space whales and use them as propellant. And they're kind of tortured, but then they become friends in the end. But Britain is on just a giant space whale. It's like the floating continent of Britain on the space whale, and that's how the Earth after the Earth destroyed. Anyway, so we know we have to tie this into vampires somehow. And you did use the word echo a lot.
Mm-hmm.
So what they're picking up is vampire communications. Like bats, they have the echolocation. So it's just like all the readings from, and who knows, maybe so from like the Aztecs or the Atlanteans, they probably had vampires at their time, and they're still alive
They
today.
definitely do.
They probably made satellites back then. And there's just the 2 that are still out there floating around doing their stuff, man. It's like long range communication, but vampires don't need actual like technology down here. They just they go up the yap to the thing, and then it rebounds the echo to whoever they want to talk to. It's how it works.
They go to the yap. Is that the technical terms?
Yeah, they yap to the thing, and the thing comes down here. As far as I don't know. I don't know about the rest of it.
Okay.
I don't know about the rest of it.
Thomas, aliens or not aliens?
I don't know. Like, there's so much crap in our atmosphere.
But remember, Tesla was seeing these things before we had crap in the air.
But we've had like stuff like in orbit for like thousands of years. I mean, I don't know. It also does look like a freaking whale, like Michael says. So I don't know. Somebody got adventurous and hooked up a booster rocket to a humpback, and there you go. It's stuck in orbit. Um, I don't know. That it looks so weird, and it doesn't have any kind of like contouring lines to make it look like any kind of aerodynamic.
Also, kind of looks like a body bag.
It just looks like a bag, like you would see like floating on the wind in the parking lot. So, I don't know. Maybe aliens, or maybe just a meteorite that got caught in Earth's gravity pull. Who knows? Or
Jared?
vampires. It does look like a floating coffin.
It's a coffin.
Yeah.
Oh.
Jared, what do you think? Coffin or alien?
Dracula 3000.
Joseph, this is aliens all day. First off, I want to talk about it. Scientists are so dismissive of sounds. They just like, oh, Earth's moving, it's settling like a house. They always like, oh, it's settling like a house. No, it's aliens all day trying to communicate, Joseph. They're like talking to us, and the scientists are like, oh, the Earth's settling.
You've
Like,
heard-
get off it.
You've heard like the space sounds, right? Like
Yeah.
gross.
those are not pleasant
Eerie
to
as
hear.
heck.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
they are terrifying.
Second, Joseph, our mortal minds, our human minds can't comprehend their aerodynamics. They don't even need it. They're aliens. They go through space. There's no wind out there. That's exactly what you need to travel in space with. Aliens, dude. I don't know why you guys are thinking anything else. Aliens.
I mean,
They're making the sounds. They're showing us, like, hey, we're up here. And we're just like, no, that's a sheep. It's like, what are we doing? Also, the more you like hear about space stuff, there's satellites all over Earth apparently, or like orbiting Earth. There's like
there's a lot.
they're just watching us like a TV show. Aliens all day, Joseph.
Okay. Alex, you're the last one. Aliens or not?
Well, you guys bring up some compelling points. I remember when this is probably like in the last 5 years, I looked up how many satellites are orbiting Earth, thinking it was going to be like 7. And there's like thousands of
Yeah.
satellites. Blew my mind. However, this is clearly vampires. I'm actually going to have to side with Michael this time because look, in the image, it's clearly a vampire flying. Like he's got his arms like this.
Dude, it's his
the head.
shroud.
Yeah, it's his cloak flying behind him.
Oh my god.
It's just Marceline.
Vampires confirmed.
You see what I mean? Like the bottom right, that's his arm.
Oh yeah, and there's like
I
his
can
head.
see it.
Oh, I do see
Yeah.
it now. That
Mhm.
I
He's
do
flying.
see it now. And his
He's got
little
kinda like
white
gum-
ear.
He's got a kind of like Gumby legs.
No, you can't
I'm-
see his legs. It's covered by his cloak.
Oh, it's completely covered.
Yeah.
I'm Gumby, damn it.
And that's not a white ear, Michael. That's just his face. He's a
Oh.
vampire.
He's
Oh,
pale.
this is-
Yeah.
It's like the back of his head, but you're seeing his ear on the side, right?
So, but maybe vampires are aliens. Maybe they come from another world.
Dang it, Alex. I was
That's
gonna
true.
blow their minds the next episode when I was gonna say alien vampires.
Blood sucking green men.
So experts say
I already told you what it is.
experts, but the experts want you to believe that this is a space blanket flying out there. That it somehow got loose from the shuttle and is flying out there. I don't really believe that. I think
How would that happen? Like, can't just leave the door open on the space shuttle. Oh no!
my
We
blanket.
lost our blanket.
Linus
If
is
you
like,
did
"My
that, be like,
blanket."
oh no, there goes Peter out the airlock.
Linus Van Pelt lost his blanket in space. But I totally think stuff has been covered up. I think things flying around there happen all the time and astronauts see it. I think Tesla could have heard something, or this guy in Norway could have heard something in the background. Because even the government now is coming out more saying there's like a lot of stuff we can't explain. And I think that this was just like, hey, we can't really reveal anything, so let's just make a blanket story. So
To cover it up.
But I was
Yeah.
about to do it. I was about to do it.
Dang. So yeah, I think this is more than what it seems. And if aliens are out there, it would make sense that they've been here longer than like the 1950s when people started seeing them, or calling them aliens. So or UFOs, whatever you want to call it. So it makes sense that we would have older stuff up there. So I don't know what it is. It could be like ancient technology, I guess, flying around that got left. But yeah, it's a mysterious. It's always been like the most mysterious photo I've seen. So
Is
if
this a photo? This looks like crayons.
well, the outline is just a crap. The purple stuff, all the purple stuff is stuff I did.
No, yeah, I don't mean any of that. I
Oh,
just
the
mean like,
actual image.
it doesn't look like a photo to me at all.
So they took it from the space station, or the
Hmm.
that they were working on. Yeah, that's what it
Jim,
is.
it's Dracula.
Look at him flying out there. Yeah, so that. Oh, go ahead.
Has there ever been a vampire story in space, like a space station being hunted by a vampire?
Oh,
Yeah.
Has there?
Mm-hmm.
Because that sounds kind of awesome. Like it's like the mummy. They're transporting the mummy thing, but it's like they're transporting the vampire. But the vampire wants to go to space because they don't have that many. That or all the windows are covered up, so it's like the safest place for him to be. No sunlight.
There's a cheesy movie with Casper Van Dien from Starship Troopers about Dracula and them transporting Dracula from colony to colony.
It's like
Still no idea.
that movie. That's
It is
coming out.
exactly like that movie. That's what
Yeah.
that's based on.
Yeah.
And
How
his
dare they?
name is like something Van Helsing or something. It's a terrible movie, but it's funny.
Let's
That
remake it.
that movie,
Done.
I don't think it's gonna be any good, but I kind
It
of
looks
dig
cool.
it. I'm kind of digging the vampire look.
what
Uh,
movie?
What are we talking about now?
Nosferatu. The last voyage of the
Demeter or something like that.
Demeter.
Yeah.
No,
You guys
I've never
haven't
heard of it.
seen it? Oh, go
Mm-mm.
watch that trailer. Michael will love it. It's vampires. But if you love vampires, you should subscribe to the show. Alex, you too love vampires?
I love vampires, man.
Okay.
But we've talked about this because they've never been done justice.
We'll have
There's
to
no-
do
In
it.
movies? You mean?
Yeah, there's never been a really good representation of vampires, in my opinion. Not like the beginning of Bram Stoker's Dracula, the book. That's so good.
We'll
Good
have to
stuff.
do a vampire episode. That's coming. Because
Okay.
there's been a recent thing about vampires, so
Ooh.
we can talk about that. But you guys should subscribe, like our video, and get notifications for our next Stories of the Weird. So we will see you next time. Bye.
Bye.